It is time now to introduce Eagles fans to the newest Philadelphia Eagle here on Eagles Draft Central, presented by Dietz & Watson, Dave Spadaro with Merrill Reese, and we welcome in Texas linebacker Jordan Hicks, who is the Eagles' third pick of this 2015 draft, who joins us on the telephone. Jordan, congratulations. How does it feel to be a Philadelphia Eagle?
Man, oh my goodness, best feeling ever. I'll tell you, it's been a long road getting to this point, and obviously I couldn't do it by myself, but I just feel blessed. I feel just so proud to be an Eagle.
I know the Eagles spent a lot of time with you, including a visit to the NovaCare complex, and I remember seeing you in the cafeteria. Can you take us back to that day and what it was like, the vibe that you got from walking around the halls here, meeting the coaches, meeting some of the people on the staff?
Absolutely, and you could just tell it was a special organization from the beginning. Walking into the facility, how prepared everybody was, how just organized everything was, and wanted to show you the best and make sure that you were a good fit. And for me, it was right away. I felt comfortable with the whole coaching staff, all the personnel, and met some players, and just felt comfortable. And I'm like I said, I'm so excited, so blessed just to be a part of the organization.
Jordan, what does it feel like to be joining an inside linebacker core that includes people like D'Amico Ryans and Michael Kendricks and the newly acquired Kiko Alonso? Yeah,
something special. It's something special. I'm a competitive person. I want to come in and compete, but I respect it, and I can't wait to get in there and just learn. I enjoy learning this game. I love this game, and that's what I'm excited to do. Get around these people who have been there and done that, and just take as much and absorb as much from them as possible.
What do you think specifically you have to learn to make the transition from Texas to the NFL?
Yeah, and that's something I've asked myself quite a bit, and I think most people say it's the transition. The transition coming from college, learning to be a pro. You never know until you're in that situation, and I think getting under somebody's wing and getting into a linebacker core like that will make that transition that much better and that much easier.
Jordan, for those of us who aren't familiar with your game, who haven't watched a lot of you in college, can you talk about yourself? What kind of linebacker are you? What do you love about the game? And in this defense, where do you see yourself fitting in?
Yeah, to me, the biggest thing that I pride myself on is my instinctual play and the ability to understand what offenses and defenses, what the chess game between the offense and the defense. I pride myself in my mentality, the way I prepare, going into a game. So one thing you see with me is somebody who doesn't make very many mistakes and gets people around him lined up. I try to be a leader out there on the field as much as possible, and I take that role head on. And I see I enjoy playing in the box. I enjoy defending the run. I enjoy defending the pass. I like the way everything comes together as a whole. So for me, I'm willing to play wherever they put me. At this point, but I think primarily they see me as a will linebacker for sure.
You played at the University of Texas, but you grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio. Are you familiar with any of the Eagles who not only grew up in Ohio but played at the University of Cincinnati, like Jason Kelsey or Brent Selleck?
Yeah, actually, I had a teammate high school teammate who went to the University of Cincinnati and was an old lineman there, and was also teammates with Jason Kelsey. So, I'm familiar with him. Don't know him personally, but definitely am familiar with him.
Jordan, as far as the injuries go, it must have been very frustrating for you early in your career at Texas to have to battle through those injuries, the Achilles, the hip, and things that kept you off the field. How much about patience did you learn during those times?
Oh, man. Everything. You put so many eggs in one basket, and you define yourself as a certain type of person. You realize that when that all gets taken away from you, who you really are. And for me, it was huge. 2 years in a row, had to deal with injury and had to get it out of my system, and I did. And Obviously, it was a tough time, and it was hard not being out there with everybody and the teammates and coaches after putting in all that work. But, it all paid off in the end. And you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about who you want to be and both on the field and off the field. So it was huge for me.
Can you tell us something about the off-the-field Jordan Hicks, your interests, your hobbies, your major at the University of Texas?
Yeah, major with sport management, graduated in 3.5 years. I'm a pretty normal guy. I enjoy hanging out with friends, being with my family, playing Xbox, just being a guy, you know what I'm saying? Just a normal person.
Jordan, final question. What was the whole process like from the time your senior season ended and all the prep to get to this point? They say that this is the best moment in a young man's life, hearing his name called, having the phone call come from an NFL team. Put it in perspective at this moment.
Wow. Just looking back, it seems like so long ago, that we had played in our bowl game and I was preparing for the Senior Bowl. But then again, it also feels like it went by so fast. It's finally here. You never think this moment's going to actually be here. And it's here, and you're excited. You prep yourself for the moment, but it's one of those things you don't really understand it until you hear your name on that on the TV and you get that phone call that the excitement really, really, really starts to settle in, and you realize it's here, and it becomes surreal. So, like I began saying, is I'm just blessed to be in this situation. Blessed to be a part of the Eagles organization. And I'm so excited to get started.
Well, Jordan Hicks, congratulations to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you in Philadelphia tomorrow.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks,
you. Jordan Hicks, the Eagles' third-round selection in the 2015 NFL Draft. We'll be back with Eagles Draft Central, presented by Deaton Watson in just one moment.